How are you all? Hope all of you are fit and fine at home. So, are you ready for social science class? Yes, but before that, I would like to share one interesting fact with you all about our planet Earth. Yes, our home. Yes, where we live, on which planet we live? We live on a planet Earth. And our home, Earth, is the only world known planet to support an atmosphere with free oxygen, oceans of liquid water on the surface, and the big one, life. So, students, it's an interesting fact about the planet Earth on which we are living, that Earth is the only world known planet to support an atmosphere with free oxygen. So, here on planet Earth, we have free oxygen. Oxygen is available without any cost. Oceans of liquid water is there on the surface of the earth, and the very most important thing is life is possible on the planet earth. So you enjoyed? Yes, you enjoyed about knowing the interesting fact about our uh, planet earth. Yes. So now, students, it's a study time, and in studies, just bring your social science book, notebook, and one rough notebook with you, so that if you have any doubt, you can just write down in the rough notebook. So I welcome you all in social science class. And in social science, we have started chapter number 4. Yes, we have already started this chapter, the Democratic Republic of Congo. And in this chapter, we have discussed about the topic, we have discussed about the location and land of the Democratic Republic of Congo, that it lies in the equatorial region. The climate of the Democratic Republic of Congo is hot and wet. Here, the vegetation, if we talk about the vegetation, here we have rainforest. Yes, the wildlife, here are so many types of wild animals found because of the forest is available. Yes, and here we found baboons, chimpanzee, okapi, a special type of animal which just look like a horse. If we have already discussed about agriculture. Yes, in the Democratic Republic of Congo, agriculture, people do farming and mining, and they do farming in agriculture. Yes, shifting. Yes, they do farming with the help of agriculture shifting. Like if we talk about industries in the Democratic Republic of Congo, here the industry setup is not very much, because the people are there are this country is mineral rich country. There are so many types of minerals found here. So the people are exporting the minerals to different parts of the world, different countries of the world, and they are earning the money from exporting the minerals. Now, life of the people and transportation, this also we have discussed, that here the life of the people is very tough. And though the number of tribes live here, the Bantu tribe is the largest tribe. Bantu people are tall and have curly hairs. Yes, we have already discussed this, that these are Bantu tribe people which are very tall in height, and they have curly hairs. Yes, these are the people who are living in the Democratic Republic of Congo. They have a primitive tribe also known as Pygmies, who live in a dense forest of the Democratic Republic of Congo. They are short in height, and their average height is less than 1.5 meters, or you can say 5 feet. Yes, they gather food by hunting because they live in the forest, and they have a very primitive lifestyle. They make huts out of branches and leaves. So you can see here they are having hut, and the other hut is made up of branches and leaves. As the weather is hot and humid, the people do not wear many clothes in the Democratic Republic of Congo. The people enjoy singing and dancing. So you can see here how people are enjoying in doing dancing and singing. In the Democratic Republic of Congo, people enjoy singing and dancing. So pygmy families often live together, sharing their responsibility. They share the responsibility by giving one or the other responsibility to the other family members also. if we talk about transportation here in the Democratic Republic of Congo, this also we have discussed earlier, but we are just doing a recapitulation. Yes, so water transport is very important in the Democratic Republic of Congo. The Congo River Zaire, we also call Congo River as Zaire River, yes. So is the chief means of transportation here in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Here the people go from one place to another with the help of river Congo. Yes, Matadi is the main seaport. So Matadi is a city in the Democratic Republic of Congo, which is a main seaport where the ships go here, go with the way of seaway. Yes, and Kinshasa, the capital of Democratic Republic of Congo, is an important river port. So this is a Matadi city, and in Matadi city, this is the main seaport here in the Democratic Republic of Congo. And Kinshasa, this is a Kinshasa sea, which is which is being located on the river bank Congo. Yes, on the bank of river Congo. And this Kinshasa city is the capital of the Democratic Republic of Congo, and it is an important river port also, because the people go use this river Congo for their transportation purpose. The Democratic Republic of Congo is developing fast. So now if we talk about this country, the Democratic Republic of Congo, now it is developing fast. The Democratic Republic of Congo relies on its river and lakes for much of its transportation. So you can see here how people are moving, sitting on a ship, and they are going with the help of riverway. Yes, they are going from one place to another with the help of river Congo. Now students, today we will discuss about the word power. This is in your book also. Yes, this is in your social science book. So this word power, what you have to do, you have to write in the notebook, in the social science notebook, because these word power are the keywords of this chapter, and you have to learn the meanings of these keywords. Okay, so we will just discuss today, and you have to write in the notebook as a homework. So if we talk about the word power of this chapter, evergreen trees, what do you mean by evergreen trees? Evergreen trees are the trees that remain green throughout the year. I told you when we were talking about the forest, yes, vegetation. So in the Democratic Republic of Congo, we have evergreen trees. There are rainforests which have evergreen tree, and evergreen trees are the trees that remain green throughout the year. They don't shed their leaves. Equatorial region is the region on both sides of the equator. So if we talk about equatorial region, it is on the both side of equator. The equator line is there, which is dividing the earth into two hemisphere, towards the northern hemisphere and toward the southern hemisphere. Yes, and the region which is near to the equator on both sides, towards the north pole and towards the south pole, are known as the equatorial region. So what is equatorial region? The region on both sides of the equator is called equatorial region. Now we will discuss about let us recall. It is a summarization of the chapter. So this also you have to write in a notebook. Yes, but let's recall first. The Democratic Republic of Congo is located in equatorial region. It has hot and wet climate. Because the Democratic Republic of Congo is located in the equatorial region, that is the reason its climate is hot and wet, because equatorial region has hot and wet climate. Most of the parts are covered with rainforest. So here in the Democratic Republic of Congo, most of the land is covered with the rainforest. Rainforest means the forest where trees are evergreen. It is rich in mineral resources. So the Democratic Republic of Congo is rich in mineral resources, because here so many types of minerals are found. Yes, it is called the natural zoo of the world. So the Democratic Republic of Congo is also called the natural zoo of the world, because so many types of wildlife, so many types of reptiles, and wild animals are found here in this country. Tribals are major population group of the Democratic Republic of Congo. So the local people, the tribal people, are the major population group of the Democratic Republic of Congo. The main crop grown here are the cassava, rice, maize, rubber, coffee, coca, palm oil and cotton. So these are the main crops which are grown by the people of the Democratic Republic of Congo. The Congo River is the most important means of transport in the country. So here in the Democratic Republic of Congo, the Congo River is the most important means of transportation in the country, because with the help of Congo river only people go from one place to another. They take their goods from one place to another. They use Congo river as a means of transportation. Yes. So now students, today what we discussed, today we have discussed about the life of the people in the Democratic Republic of Congo. We have discussed about the industries, yes, which are there in the Democratic Republic of Congo, and we have done the keywords or the word power and the let's recall the summarization of the chapter. So what you have to do, there is a book reading time for all of you. Yes, and you have to read the book, you have to read whole chapter today, because we have completed the chapter explanation, and you have to read the chapter, you have to write the word power and let us recall in the notebook. So what is the homework for you today? Revise chapter 4. Yes, you have to read chapter number 4, the Democratic Republic of Congo, and write keywords and let us recall in fair notebook. So you have to write the keywords and let us recall in the social science notebook. And then what you have to do? Then you have to click the pics of your of your homework and upload on school app by 9 July 2020. Yes, so you can take one day extension, and you can upload this till 10th July. Okay, students, but homework you have to submit, you have to take the pics and upload the homework in the on the school app, because if you will not upload the homework on school app, we will not be giving you the assessment marks, because homework and the notebooks carry some assessment marks of yours, you all know. Yes, so please write all the keywords and let us recall in the notebook, take the pic of the of your homework and upload on the school app. Yes, uh, fast, so that I can check and I can give you the assessment marks. This time I don't want any student not to upload, who is not uploading the homework. I want each and every student should upload the homework on the daily basis which I am giving to you. Okay, students. So once again, let me recall what is your homework. Revise chapter 4 and write keywords and let us recall in fair notebook. Parents, kindly click the pics of your words homework and upload on school app by 9 July, or one day extension you can take till 10th July. Okay, 2020. Thank you and have a nice day, students.